All right, so I'm driving down the road and my mind is active again and thinking, I love this new Jeep that I've got, this Trailhawk. But when I'm backing up this one, it's real easy to hitch up my kayak trailer and my boat trailer with this one because it has a reverse camera. But when I'm doing it on my 1980 Jeep CJ7 or my Dodge truck, I have tried baby monitors, action cameras that have a Wi-Fi option that I can actually see the picture on my cell phone. And the problem is that the orientation is wrong. So when you're backing up, if you're gonna turn your steering wheel to one side, it actually goes to the other. So that's not working. So what I said to myself, I said, well, let me shop on Amazon and see what I can find. So the cheapest reversing camera I could find, $40. But it was wireless. So I thought to myself, what if, and this is when I'm driving around, what if instead of setting it up permanently on the truck, I made it portable? Here's an idea. All right, here's our backup camera that Amazon has sent us. So this one is a 7-inch monitor, and it's supposed to have the wireless hookups for everything. So let's see what we've got. Styrofoam. Oh, sweet. Oh, that looks nice. There's our 7-inch LCD. No, it's a TFT screen, so pretty good looking. Let's see how this is going to all hook up, but we'll figure out something to hold this and make this completely portable, so we'll work on that later. So that's a simple connection. Instructions. Connections. Our remote control. Here's the camera side connection. Okay. Here's our hard wiring. Alright, so it does come with a mount, so we can probably do something with that for the back of it. Here's our adhesive. I've got some ideas already on what I can do with that. And let's see. And this looks like, well, we'll figure this out. So here's all our stuff, and we'll get to work on this immediately. Okay? Alright, now that we've opened up the package and we've seen what they've sent us, so now what we're going to do is go over with the things that we obviously need. Alright, so I'm going to identify the positive and negative. So I'm going to get some shrink tube that's red and black. Alright, so the unit that's going to go inside the car is going to need a cigarette lighter, so that way we don't hardwire it to the car. So to make it portable, we've got a and these are available at Walmart, so you can get these at Walmart or your auto parts store. Okay. Now the other thing that we need is this one right here. I got at Walmart, and it has two connections. Basically, it has the trailer connection and it has the car connection. We only need the trailer connection. So the other part, I'm going to cut it just a little bit longer so I can use it for something else, but that we get 2 for 1 right here. Gonna need some strippers, a soldering gun, and we're gonna also need a heat gun to
shrink the tubing around to make it waterproof and just to make it overall look better. So, all right, so let's get started. All right, so basically we've got a camera and transducer, wireless. So this is going to go here. This is going to go here. All right, so this is pretty much ready to go. All we need is power. Okay, so let's put that aside. This is the receiver. So that one. All we need is video. Alright, so now we've got a connection there. Got a fuse. So this is our power. This is pretty much useless right here. So all we need I want to find out what the blue one is for. And we've got a fuse, so this pretty much powers this. So these two, the red and red go together, and the black and black would go together to give it power. Now we just got to do the research and find out what the blue one is for. That's not good when you send out something so people can connect and there's no instructions on what the blue wire is for. I like this one because it has a little LE indicator to let you know you've got power once you connect it. Split this. Strip this. Alright, I went and grabbed a meter and then went to my car to find out which is the positive lead. So I got, you see how I bent this? This is the positive, this is the negative. So you have to make sure you don't hook them up in reverse polarity, or you don't reverse the polarity on it. So, man, these are really tiny wires. A piece of red, get a piece of black. Gotta think this out ahead. Okay, no problem. What I meant by that is, you gotta find out where you're gonna put your shrink tube. Okay, so what I've decided is I'm gonna shrink tube it from the cigarette lighter side, or 12-volt jag. Nobody uses a cigarette lighter anymore, do they? Alright, so we know that this is red. Is negative. Alright, now this is my little trick, because I actually like to wrap it against each other onto its own wire. Okay, so I'm going to do both of these. Cooperate, cooperate. So basically I'm just going to do a little cross and then wrap it onto itself. If I burn this table, my wife will punish me. Okay. I want to cool that off just a little bit. Otherwise, I slide this shrink to a little, it'll shrink before I get there. There you go. All right, I'm just gonna slide this on here. Make them even. And that is done. All right, I'll push this aside. Now we're going to work on our camera side. So, open this package. And like I said, there is a car side, just in case you didn't know. See how these are all covered up? These are your positive wires. So this would be your car, and your car would always be, these would be hot when you turn on the lights. So that's a good way of knowing which side is which. Is this one is, except for the ground, which is exposed here, everything else is covered, because when you turn on your lights or turn on your, in some cases a reverse light, these are hot, and you don't want this touching your bumper or your trailer hitch, because it'll blow your fuses. So always remember, if they're covered, those are going to be your hot on your vehicle. All right, see, these are exposed. Well, this is coming from your trailer, so this is your trailer side. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I don't need a whole lot to do this, so I'm going to leave this for in case I need it for a car. All right, so I'm just going to cut this here. Well, these don't cut very good. All right, we're going to put the car side away, and then we're going to be using, now we're going to be using the ground for sure. That'll give us ground coming from the car. All right, so there's our ground. Now our choice would be either left signal, right signal, or park lights. So if I turn on the park lights, my camera will turn on. Otherwise, I have to have a signal light on or a brake light on. So we're going to go ahead and use this one, the brown one. Okay, so white will be our ground, and our brown will be our hot wire coming from the car. We're not going to use these two. Okay, I'll probably snip those off just to make sure that they're not going to short out anything. All right, so we'll strip this one. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here again. I am going to slip, this is going to be our positive, and this is going to be our negative. So, pretty simple. Negative, wire is very tiny. And our power wire, our positive, and don't criticize me on my soldering. Never said I was a solderer. Okie doke. Let that cool off a little bit. That's good. And we're just going to slip this over. See how it shrunk? The heat got to it real quick. No problema. Slide this over. Alright, so now we've got our camera ready. So now we're going to have to figure out a way to mount this onto something that's going to permanently, or magnetically, you could say magnetically, attach to our bumper, our car, and that way we just plug it in and magnetize it and we're done. Okay, so we're going to cut away. We got a little bit of work, a little research to do. Be right back. Alright, here's what I came up with. I found this piece of magnet, and I found this 3M double-sided tape. So what I did is I peeled it off and stuck it in the center of this magnet, and then stuck my camera on top. I thought I hit the record button, so I skipped that part. But this will allow me to stick it on the back of my truck pointing towards the trailer hitch, or stick it on my rear metal bumper on my CJ7, and it will point to my trailer hitch, so as I reverse I can actually see where the trailer tongue is right over the trailer hitch. So hang on a second, let's see what that looks like out there. So on my Jeep, this would sit right here. So this would be a pretty good spot. And remember, this is not going to be riding on here, only until I hitch up. Because then I've got to disconnect my camera, put it away, and then use this for the trailer. So this is, remember, this is where I'm getting my power from, to power the camera. So, okay, let's see what the next step is. Alright, next step is, okay, this actually comes off. So this is actually a tray that you can use to build in to a dashboard or something, or maybe your RV. I don't think we're going to be using that, but it's nice to know that it's there. Alright, what's on the back, I'm going to lay this down here so I don't scratch it. Alright, so what's happening here is that this actually has a groove in the back, and they give you this mount. And this mount can actually double, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this out until the stopping point right there, okay? And this one will go, this one will actually go through here. Then you can just take your take your mount, and this is the mount that you're going to be using. Now I got to figure out a way to, I guess, put some weight on it so that it will stand in my truck, somehow in my truck, or somehow, you got to remember, my Jeep does not have a dashboard. It's one of the old style. So that's what I'm going to figure out next, is where am I going to mount this or hook it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I might be able to hook it, or another possibility is find two more magnets and put two magnets, because my Jeep is metal. So I can just walk right up to my Jeep and just clink right onto it. So that's another option. All right, let's put some thought into it, and I'll tell you what I come up with. Okay guys, we're gonna put that camera there. You know what? Peeled off the little sticker that's on the lens. Now this is supposed to be wide angle, so alright, so that's on there. And here's what I came up with on the Jeep. There is actually a hole on the bottom. There's actually a hole on the bottom of the screen, and it will go right here, so you can mount it. You can mount it right here. There. Okay. So what that does is right here behind my windshield wiper motor is a nice spot for it to go to. So we got that hooked up. Now we just hook this back up. And we're going to plug this in. There's my red light. Ooh, no signal. All right, I'm going to turn on my... And there it is. But it's upside down. All right, guys. My Jeep is all metal, so it's interfering with the signal from the transducer. Okay, you can see the little blue light on is because I've got my park lights on. And what I've done is I've actually rotated the camera so that I don't have to bother with rotating the picture inside. Now I did stick it on top of the bumper, which gives me a little bit better angle on seeing the trailer hitch. So what I've done is I've hooked it on my license plate to give me a little bit better signal all the way in here. Now I'm going to push that in, and there it is. You can actually see my trailer hitch. So voila, I got it done. So that when I'm not using it, I can just take this monitor and put it down somewhere safe. So I'm going to make a little slip over cover for this. That's just the way I work. Okay? All right. Thumbs up.
Hey, thanks for tuning in and watching this video. It was a success. This camera will be used in the Jeep and the truck. And please share it with your friends, subscribe, leave me a comment, what you think, what I need to improve on, and I'll keep them coming. I'll think of all these little things that we need to get done, and I'll keep them coming. Okay? Appreciate you. Thank you.